Some pretty incredible, shocking news just coming out about Social Security in the past 24 hours. And if you're somebody that collects Social Security benefits, regardless of if it's retirement, veterans benefits, SSI, disability, any of those fixed income benefits from the Social Security Administration, you're going to want to watch this video all the way through as take a look at what's just come out. This isn't the end. McCarthy takes aim at Social Security, Medicare after the debt ceiling deal. McCarthy intends to announce a bipartisan commission to examine ways to cut vital programs. As he says, the entire budget needs to be examined. He said he only got to review 11% to make cuts, and he said we need to address these. And he mentioned specifically Medicare and Social Security. Take a look at the video footage. We're going to dive into this in more detail.
And now we're cutting. And you know what? I'm going to make some people uncomfortable by doing that. But I'm not going to give up on the American people, and this isn't the end. The president walled off all the others. The majority driver of the budget is mandatory spending. It's Medicare, Social Security, interest on the debt. So you only have 11% to look at this budget.
Now, I'm going to share with you the entire clip here in just a second, but take a look at this other headline that just came out today. McCarthy says that Biden stopped him from cutting Social Security and Medicare. And like I said, we're going to take a look at that clip. Now, this is at the same time when we've heard that 2023 is the year of Social Security reform. We've seen lots of bills being proposed to reform the entire thing. The solvency is running out. We've only got about 8-10 years before people are going to start seeing cuts to their benefits if we do not change the system. And take a look, this just coming out last month, House Democrats, they're looking to renew plans to expand Social Security. We've seen the Social Security Expansion Act by Bernie Sanders, which wants to extend the solvency, increase benefits by an additional $200. And we just saw as well, stick around to the end, the Social Security 2100 Act, reintroduced by Larson, that will also extend the solvency for just a couple years, but will enhance the benefits, the lowest level, the minimum PIA, by $485. Now, they say the debt ceiling fight is hurting seniors the most, and that is because if we default, we're going to be seeing delays in those benefits, those fixed income benefits for Social Security. So they're saying we have got to get this done for our seniors. And they're actually in the Senate right now trying to pass that through so there are no delays on payments. And like I said, Larson, he recently reintroduced the Social Security 2100 Act. Stick around to the end for updates on all of this. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest as to what they're saying is going to be coming to the table here regarding Social Security cuts and Medicare cuts. And we will see, because we had heard that there would not be cuts to these programs, but they're saying that we need to examine the entire budget and consider all the spending. And as I've shared with you before here on the channel, the spending that they're talking about a third of it alone is Social Security and Medicare, and they're saying it's time to examine those programs. Wow. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. Now, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, hit subscribe to stay up to date. Why not? It's totally free. And if you want to become a member to get more exclusive access to me and direct answers to your questions, consider hitting the join button to be a part of the membership. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video footage and the articles and get you caught up on the latest.
I was elected to help lead this nation. So the first thing we did, open the House up. The bills, you now get to see them before you ever vote on them. And now we're cutting. And you know what? I'm going to make some people uncomfortable by doing that. But I'm not going to give up on the American people. And this isn't the end. This doesn't solve all the problems. This is the first step. I'm going to announce a commission coming forward from the Speaker, from bipartisan on both sides of the aisle. We only got to look at 11% of the budget to find these cuts. We have to look at the entire budget. The Congress has done this before.
Why didn't you see the whole budget?
Because the president walled off all the others. The majority driver of the budget is mandatory spending. It's Medicare, Social Security, interest on the debt. So you only have 11% to look at this budget. But we were able to increase our defense to protect us, take care of our veterans. But you know that non-defense with veterans out, we are now going to spend less than we spent in 2022. That's a major victory.
Wow, so that was Kevin McCarthy yesterday evening. Now, let's take a look at this article that just rolled out today and get you caught up as to what they're saying unfolded. After securing a debt ceiling agreement that caps federal spending and threatens food aid for hundreds of thousands of poor adults as they're going to be making work requirements for SNAP, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy made clear Wednesday that Republicans are not finished targeting the nation's safety net programs and signaled a coming effort by the GOP to slash Social Security and Medicare. Now, Now, in a Fox News appearance ahead of the House's passage of the debt limit legislation, McCarthy said the measure is just the first step of the GOP's broader agenda, which includes further cuts to federal programs and massive tax breaks for the wealthy. This isn't the end. This doesn't solve all the problems, the Republican leader said about the House-passed bill, which would lift the debt ceiling until January of 2025, setting up another potential standoff shortly after the 2024 elections. Now, McCarthy lamented that President Joe Biden walled off major components of the federal budget, including Social Security and Medicare, from cuts as a part of the debt ceiling agreement, though McCarthy himself agreed to take those off the table in late January. And you guys will recall that State of the Union address when President Joe Biden said that those were cuts that were wanting to be made by the GOP. Now, the majority driver of the budget is mandatory spending. It's Medicare, Social Security, interest on the debt. The Republican speaker said Wednesday, adding that he intends to announce a bipartisan commission to examine ways to cut such spending. The progressive group Our Revolution responded that it's never enough for the right wing. They want it all. The group wrote on Twitter, "We have to tell them no." Now, the idea of forming a bipartisan commission to study and propose cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and other non-discretionary spending is hardly new. In 2021, Mitt Romney led a group of Republican and Democratic lawmakers, including Senator Joe Manchin and Mark Warner, in unveiling legislation that would establish bipartisan panels to study and recommend changes to the nation's trust funds, a scheme modeled after the Obama-era Simpson-Bowles Commission that recommended Social Security cuts. The changes proposed by the so-called rescue committees would then receive expedited votes in the House and in the Senate. Now, advocacy groups that have described the Romney legislation, known as the Trust Act, as an insidious ploy to cut Medicare and Social Security behind closed doors. Republicans have also proposed raising the Social Security retirement age, a move that would slash benefits across the board. And I've let you guys know there have been proposals to increase that full retirement age to 70 from where it currently is. Social Security Works, which has been speaking out against the Trust Act for years, said Wednesday that MAGA Republicans want to reach into our pockets and steal our earned Social Security and Medicare benefits. Now, John Bowman, president of the Social Security Works PAC, urged the public to beware that the problem solvers and the no-label style Democrats who would be willing to serve on McCarthy's commission to cut your earned benefits. They are the problem makers, he wrote. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, this is all just coming out after Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy came out with that interview saying that they want to examine all the different parts of the spending, and Social Security and Medicare were mentioned. Do you think that they're going to make cuts to this? It's going to get proposed. What do you think is happening here? Do you think there's going to be cuts to Social Security and Medicare? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, keep in mind, again, this is at a time when we had heard that 2023 was going to be the year of Social Security reform. We need to extend the solvency. We've heard promises to increase the benefits for all the beneficiaries across the board. We've also heard that the taxation needs to be changed in order to extend the solvency, and that the way the COLA increases are calculated need to be redone because the CPIW is not accurate. We need the CPIE. There's an assortment of different changes that they're proposing, and we've had a list of over 14 different ones that are going to be coming from the Social Security 2100 Act. Now, if you want to get more information on that, be sure to check out this video right here as I cover it in detail for you, and I will be sure to keep you guys up to date every step of the way. And I'm also interested to see how Kevin McCarthy responds to all of these articles now coming out, what he's going to be saying about Social Security and Medicare with everything that has unfolded here. Now, I will be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel so you know the latest. But with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.